Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. Quick one. So a lot has happened during the last, I think, for the last 4 or 5 hours. There's a lot that is happening in the market. Obviously, the transfer market for Chelsea. Right. Let's start with uh, Dewsbury-Hall. Right. So Everton have put in a what? They put in a bid for him, right? They want permanent transfer for him, and also I think Chelsea they are looking at about 30 million, 35 million. Remember, we actually Chelsea bought him from Leicester City for 30 million last season, right? So he actually came with the coach with Enzo. So what needs to happen now is that because there is a lot of players playing the same position. Remember, I think if you remember one of my videos, I said that this guy is a very likable player, right? He accepts to be a squad player because he understands that it's not Leicester anymore. At Leicester, he was untouchable, but as Chelsea, there is nothing that he can do. There are a lot of stars there, and he knows that. So what's going to happen now is that Chelsea they seem to also want to let him go. So what's going to happen now is that I think they are looking at the offer from Everton. If the offer is going to be 30 to 35, I would want him to go for 35 to 40 million. One, we bought him straight from Division One. Okay. Um, Secondly, he's now a champion, two-time champion. He's won the Club World Cup. He's won the Conference Cup with Chelsea. So he's now a champion. He's now a world champion, in fact, right? So we should put at least a 10 million profit on what we bought him from Leicester City. So I think by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, by Wednesday, we should be having an idea of how much we have sold him, and I think the deal should be signed as quickly as possible. Second sell, this one has already been agreed, right? This is Lesley Ugochukwu. I think you guys you remember him. He came from France again last season. We bought him for 23 million. Then we sent him for loan for the whole season, which he played. And Burnley has also bidded for him. They want him, right? So because he has also played in the Premiership, right? We should also get profit out of that. I think we should be able to sell him for at least 25 to 30 million. Profit, guys, profit. That's what we want. We want profit. And I'm hoping that we should be able to get profit out of this. So let's see what happens in the next 24 to 48 hours. Because obviously for Lesley, this has already been agreed. It's just a matter of signing the contract, go for medicals, and it should be done. Now, the third story that I'm bringing up is to do with Chukwumeka, right? So Borussia Dortmund, they have also shown their interest with him. Remember, he was at Dortmund last season for loan for the whole season at Borussia Dortmund in Germany. So they want him. But the tricky part of this now is that they want him for another season loan, right? And Chelsea are saying, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. So what they want to do now is that they want to sell him outright. It's either he goes for on sale, they buy him outright, or they find someone else who is interested to buy him. Because this is the thing, you cannot continue loaning and loaning and loaning, because what will then happen is that at the end of that loan, right, 4 years or 5 years loaning somebody, what happens now is that you won't have power to sell that person. And that person every year, as the years goes down from his contract, it means that you won't be able to sell him as much as you want. So at least for now, Chelsea has got the power to say, we want 40 million, we want 45 million for Chukwumeka, right? Otherwise, if there is 2 years left on his contract, the other team will say, okay, fine, because you don't want him anymore, we can wait for next season. Then what do you do? So let's see what happens also in the next 48 hours, or maybe during the course of the week. If they are still interested in him, if they want to buy him permanently, we will be able to see. The next story that came up now is, who remembers Fofana, David Fofana, that other striker? I think we bought him, Chelsea bought him what? Three seasons ago, which is between 2020 to 2021 period season, right? Um, then we sent him to Germany for uh, loan, and then we sent him to division also here in England and so forth. And he hasn't really played for Chelsea. I think he just played for Chelsea for less than 10 games, if I'm not mistaken. And last season, he actually came back in January when he was injured. Now, the medical staff has confirmed that he's now fully fit. But obviously, as we know, that he won't be able to play for Chelsea anymore. There are players that are already there that are better than him. So there's an indication of interest from France. There's a number of French teams that are there. There's also a number of Italian teams that are showing interest, right? So let's also wait and see in the next 24 hours who should be interested in him. Otherwise, we might definitely, he should be. I'm not sure whether Chelsea want to, not, I'm not sure. I think that is the wrong word. Chelsea wants to sell him permanently as well, right? Because we need to reduce the numbers. The numbers needs to go down. So let's see also who will be able to bid for him in the next week or two. Because this one is just a matter of teams trying to understand if he's available, how much is Chelsea willing to sell. So let's see what also Chelsea will be selling him. Then the last story that I wanted to talk about is the front of shirt sponsorship. So remember, about a week or two ago, there was a report of saying that Chelsea, they've got about 7 to 8 companies that would want to that wants to partner with Chelsea, right? So as of today, Chelsea has narrowed it down, or they've actually decreased that number to 3 companies. And one of my understanding is that one of the companies actually in should be somewhere in Dubai or something like that. So it's just now a matter of understanding who is going to pay more, what is going to be the conditions of, or the condition of the contract and so forth. And Chelsea is actually looking for about 60 plus 60 million for the per season. So normally teams go for 3 to 5 or 10, depending on how good the season, how good the contract is. Some companies will even sign a 10-year contract. Some will sign a 5-year contract. So for me, a 5-year contract will do renewable, so that by the time we get to that 5 years, we should be able now also to increase from 60 million to probably 100 million, depending on the performance of the team and so forth. So, yeah, that's what I just wanted to come with a quick one. Let's see what happened during the course of the week. And I hope by this end of this week, Lesley could have gone, Chukwumeka could have gone, quite a number of players, your Kunkus and all those kind of guys. Chiwell, they must, you know what, they must finalize those guys and leave. Otherwise, we are going to have other problems as well during the course of the season, or at the end of this, or at the end of the window, because now we are forced to loan them and all those kind of things. Because on my side, I think two players that I really wanted them to leave is Sterling as well as Chilwell, because their salaries are high and also their age. They might not be able to get teams during the course of this window. So let's see what happens, and have a good day further, guys. I'll see you tomorrow early in the morning. I hope I'm going to get some stories as well. Goodbye.